GCSE Maths Paper 2 is in a few days, and these are the things that you're going to do before your exam if you're serious about boosting your grade. From a girl who got a grade 9 in GCSE Maths, 2 A stars in the A-level Maths, and who studies whatever that is. You have no time to waste, and I'm not about to waste any more of it, so let's go. First things first, paper 2 is a calculator paper. Actually use it. I don't care how good at maths you are. Right, in 3 seconds tell me what 66 add 44. It is not 100, it's 110. If, when I'm 2, my brother's half my age, when I'm 50, how old will my brother be? He won't be 25, he'll be 49. Just stupid things like that can be overcome if you use a calculator and you just slow down. Number 2, always lay out all of your working in clear steps. Even if you're the kind of person who just like scribbles things everywhere, try your very best to make it neat so the examiner can see exactly what you're doing. Because if they can tell what you're doing, they are going to give you a mark, even if you don't get the right answer and you've used the right method, or you've at least tried something. Whereas if it's not clear what you've done and you've not really laid it out in a good way, the person marking your paper is not going to give you the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, well, I know they've got a method mark because I can kind of infer they've done that. They won't do it. They just won't do it. So make it easy for them to give you marks. When you are revising, you need to work on those things you don't understand. And if you don't understand something complicated, you need to trace it back to its root. Everything in GCSE Maths is built on this foundation of knowledge, which is built on your very basic numeracy, geometry, and understanding of very basic mathematical principles. Really core concepts, so subtraction, inverse of addition. If you can't do that, you can't rearrange an equation. Can't rearrange an equation, you can't do simultaneous equations. You can't do simultaneous, etc. Everything relies on BIDMaths. Do not forget about it. Grade 9 students forget about it all the time because they're like, oh, I need to use this, I need to use this. And then they make a silly error because they've not used BIDMaths. Trace everything back to the root of the misunderstanding, because if you repair that, you will repair that crack in your foundation of knowledge, and it will inadvertently help you understand so many other things better as well. That is one of the most productive things you can do. But also, when you're trying to understand things, you need to just watch a YouTube video on it. This is such an underrated resource for GCSE Maths. But there are so many YouTubers that will explain things, and each of them will explain it in a slightly different way. And sometimes you just need it described in a different way than the way in which your teacher taught it to you. Just search the topic and search GCSE Maths. It doesn't matter what exam board it is. Maths is maths. However, obviously, if you watch an A-level video on something like completing the square, they're going to go into a bit more detail that you don't need to know. So make sure it is for GCSE. And honestly, to revise, you just need to plow through practice paper questions. Those hardest questions in the paper, the only way you can get better at them is by practicing. So make sure you do your practice, make sure you're doing the core but maths 5 a day. Do targeted practice questions, you can find them on physics, maths, you should find them on Mad As Maths. Best of luck in your exam. Be sure to follow for more daily study tips.